Hello, and welcome back to Hoi 4 Equestria War. We're in Griffwad with Jean. And in today's episode, well, we continue forward, and we continue being awesome. Because we are gonna conquer everyone. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Alright, the structures of old. The weakness and greed of Griffonia is spurred on by those who wish to destroy the natural order of every Griff. Republicanism and socialism have destroyed the very structures that brought Griffonia to the height of the world for so long. Only by shunning the luxuries of idealism can we survive and become great again. And then we have take over the communes. How polite of the communists to collect a vital industry and the Griffins to run it together for us before we had a chance to deal with them. I'm sure they won't mind us repurposing them for future use, given they can't complain anymore. True. What are they gonna do? Complain? They can't. Like, genuinely, they can't. They literally can't. Like, yeah. They're dead. You can't really complain if you're dead. So, yeah, there we go. Let's just use it for what we want now. Woo! I'm gonna take this next. There we go. I definitely should do this at some point, just because my stability is not that great. Alright. Okay. Good. Okay, so now they're attacking all their neighbors. Well, not all their neighbors, obviously, but they've decided to go into a two-front war for some reason. Seems smart. I'm sure it'll work out great for them. You know, why wouldn't it? Right? You know, why wouldn't it work out great? So, yeah. Prywin's doing awesome, though. They're technically in a two-front war, but, they're the stronger power between these guys, and they're almost defeated. So, like, yeah, this is going great. I mean, Prywin's having an awesome run. Is that a surround, or is that... Or are these connected through here? I don't know. But either way, that's an odd push you've got going there. Also, you're literally both the Democrat, like you guys could literally form a thing, like form your nation together instead of going to war. Like, that's a thing. Like, when you're both harmonic like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that might be specifically the guy that can do that. Or let's see. Yeah, unless Austrian has reformed into a democratic republic, there will be war. Or, actually, that... No. I think that's them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those guys. But you guys do you. I'll just ignore it. They're still on their own, with everyone else still being chill with each other. They've formed their thing up. They're equestrian socialism. Interesting. They still haven't finished that war. These guys are still fighting each other in their civil war. Griffonian Empire is slowly collapsing in on itself. These guys are still good friends. Yep. Still got some guys over here doing their thing. Still got these guys who are neutral to each other at the moment. Still got them. They've remained their base government. Terra has successfully conquered their stuff. Good for them. They won't be getting their classic, oh, I expanded, now ally with you, and we'll just be conquering everything and be extraordinary, because, well, they went down their path to accidentally do the revolution, which is not part of their plan of ally. Ah, there we go. Traces of value. Morgenthaler's pockets couldn't go much deeper for the auction, and his dream of empire. Vast lots and swaths of sprawling ghost communes languished out of his reach. The tiny voluntary village of Zizanmen was left to him as a slim opportunity. Half a dozen houses ringed by farmland, bisected by a single dirt road. He had that and an indomitable principle, land almost always appreciated in value. With his plans, he would construct a small theme park after the lucrative Las Pegasus model. After that, franchise his brand, and the profits would grease the claws of Adelart and the rest of the world. He arrived early out of courtesy and to get familiar with Shrievalty's officials present here. Wagons hauled out petty items that would be good talking pieces in mansions' lesser rooms. Antique weapons, hidden jewelries, letters passed down from a generation gone by. The auctioneer rambled loud and fast. Montagues had slight amusement, nodding to feign understanding. That wasn't why he was here. The big auction came last. Zizamine itself, territory and houses and all. Unlike the rapid-fire ordeal of bidding against each other in real time, this would be a single bid, sealed in envelopes. Those in attendance wore fancier suits, beaks curled down, disinterested. Therein lay his chance, a leap of faith in the shape of a freakishly large number is inked. The auctioneer collected the envelopes, retiring to one of the villages to decide and determine in secret. Minutes later, he reemerged and locked eyes with Morgenthaler. "It's yours, sir." Alright, there we go. Nice. That seems good to me. And that means I'm gonna be building that next instead, because you are now have better infantry. Or infantry. That's not infantry. Better infrastructure. So, nice. Next, we're gonna arm the tax collectors. Let's go. That's what you gotta do. You gotta arm those tax collectors. Let's upgrade them. Let's go ahead and get those up. The new guns. Doesn't change much, but, you know, extra protection. Arm the tax collectors. Excuse me. Gotta get a drink of water. We'll change the structures of old with death and taxes. We'll get modern poverty to low poverty. To expect the populace to understand our demands peacefully is a fool's errand. Such is a lesson we've learned too many times. The best language they know is force, so we need to know how to speak it when they begin squawking. Ensuring our tax collectors are armed would be a simple way to ensure our demands are met. How are these going? They're going pretty okay. Still gonna be a while, but they're doing pretty good. Yeah, honestly, they don't have much of a military. I mean, really, the big fear is the fact that they have 3 separate militaries that can all kind of do their own stuff, but like, none of these guys really have big militaries on their own. So, like, we should be able to handle it. September, October, November, December. Alright. So these are definitely getting a lot quicker to build now. Let's go ahead and promote some people. Just so we stop wasting army experience. There we go. And now next time we're running out, we'll promote these guys up. To have more officers in the background. And then the time after that, we'll upgrade them all. And then the time after that, if we need it again, we'll promote more generals. Repeat, repeat, repeat. See, the thing is about this is I would love to have 450 weekly in pony power. I do not want to join the Reichspact, because I would like to attack them later. Actually, the Reichspact's not going to exist. So maybe that, because the Reichspact's going to lose and the Reichspact won't exist. So maybe that's fine? Unless they reform the Reichspact with whoever conquers it. I'm not sure. I don't remember right now. But if the Reichspact doesn't exist, that would actually be really nice. Because then I could do this without risking joining them and just get a whole bunch of pony power. That actually would be great. Let's... cut a swath through the green glades. Oh, well, they're doing their thing. And their thing is expanding even more, puppeting them, putting a revolutionary coalition in charge, and also conquering them. That is their thing. Oh. Okay. They're allied with each other now. Because they've put a revolutionary dictatorship in charge. Well then. Man, you guys have just decided to be at peace. I mean, hey, peace in our time. Sure. Though our forests are beautiful, they have given us nothing but problems. From preventing industrialization to keeping bandits sheltered from us. If Griffwald is to survive and live on, it must do so with far less forest and far more factories to facilitate our growth and progress. Yeah, let's go up from industrializing society to newly industrialized society. Oh, and now they've also joined the Socialist Union. Well, like, none of them are really connected, but a nice little alliance forming up for them. And they've got this weird Socialist Union going on. Got the United Ponies, the Changing, we got the Crown of Aquilia, which is struggling against Westkeep still. Carthian Pact. they've, well, these guys are on their own with a faction. If they could cooperate again, they probably need to against Prywin, but I'm not sure if they will be able to again. But they did for a time. Okay, so they've decided, F it, let's attack them all. So, that's, I mean, I'm sorry, no matter how strong you think you are, I really don't think you'll be able to beat every single one of them. You know? Do we want that, or do we want to say wait a bit for that? No, we should really start regaining our stability some. We're definitely gonna need it. Give me a moment. I know, very professional of me. Don't ask. Hey, you know, who cares about professionalism, right? Okay, going away. From times primitive, hoopball had survived, hidden away in the trees where farmers' children congregated to dribble, pass, and shoot the ball into the hoop. Players' flaws and all. The ground was uneven, the sun and shadows messed with their vision, and sometimes the ball slipped or an ankle was broken. Gerald had suffered both, aching to return to play. The shriveled Cossardans knocked on their glade. They bored guns, their machines, metal claws, the wonders of Griffinheim. Manhattan and Mount Ares, the pinnacles of the world, would be replicated here in this very spot. The cost was the clearing of these trees. Gerald and his friends protested. The forest teemed with life and history, and their own playing field. They might as well be uprooting Adelart itself if the machines continued their course. The consortium's ambassador talked of better lives, slaving away as farm claws without end. Why live claw to mouth when the consortium and the sheriff could pay much better? If not for their sake, then for their families. He noted the hoof and the potential athletics that circled him. Smooth promises of a professional sports league flowed, where they would be paid to be trained and perform to the best of their ability. They too could transcend. Who needed a hoop on a tree? The others here could help build a world-class stadium. The team shrunk. Attendance dwindled. When a tree went down, the hoop had to move. To get someone to play with him was an immense obstacle. They left and donned construction helmets or fresh jerseys. A few trees were preserved as a concession. Gerald sat under a broken hoop, watching the birth of another Griffinheim or Manhattan or Mount Ares. Our stars disappear. Well, aren't you excited for that new stadium, though? Come on, come on. Doesn't that sound great? Don't we want a new stadium? Come on, we want a new stadium. Don't we want a new stadium? We want a new stadium. Come on. No matter the justification, a state needs funds. Even if our griffins complain about threats from our tax collectors, it is simply something they must get used to. Hard times create great griffins, after all. Now, what we're not doing is our resources for the world. Although there are many abroad who would wish to see Adelart back under banditry, we must not shut ourselves in. There are those who simply wish to buy what we drag from the ground. And why shouldn't we sell it to them? Idols make the world go round, after all. And we're doing our research for ourselves. Our lands may be rich, but they remain relatively untouched due to mismanagement, beliefs, and fear. With the sheriff back in charge, we should be able to start making use of the rich patches of land we've left alone for so long. Yeah, let's go! Alright. I mean, Griffinheim seems to be on the verge of collapse, but, maybe this is all part of their plan. Maybe we'll see them burst out in all direction in a glorious flame and defeat all their enemies at once. At least that's what the Archon's been telling us. Like, Protean Fury says that's their plan all along. You know? I mean, I don't know if I believe it, but, you know. Maybe. We'll wait and see. I don't think it's likely, though. Just giving me compliance on the Township of Fazera specifically is funny, because Quillia won't even give me that territory. Okay, yeah, I can do the Skyfall. Okay. So yeah, I'm just waiting. Mostly just want these to become cores. And also to build up more industry. This is going quite well. Just keeping an eye on my army experience, but I'm looking to be able to get down to making this a better science base before I reach 500, which is nice. Teach the rabble their place. If there's one thing to be learned from Murloc's antics, it's that the masses are easily sold on petty ideals and false promises. With many of those who would complain out of the picture, we have the perfect opportunity to begin ingraining the rest with the right ideas of loyalty, faith, and productivity. Well, they're still holding on. I honestly thought they would have been lost already by now. But they're still holding on barely, so there is that. Sadly, didn't give me any aluminum. I would have loved some aluminum. Kaza State has defeated them. No, they did win. They just probably could have done it peacefully, but they did still win. So, what you gonna do? A win is a win, you know? I don't like give them battle conditions, but I need my stability up. Like, that is just way too low. Like, I cannot keep just running off this low stability forever. It's not the smartest idea. You know? Yeah, you get me. Alright, well, the first one's getting close. And I could at least fill up an army with that. Also, I do want to get these guys to actually be below the knights, as I normally do. Alright. Do I want to continue? Let's get my trucks up. Save one day by doing that. I do want to get to support companies at some point before we go to our next war. But I think this is a good time to go ahead and end this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.